morning. Good morning, everyone. If I could ask you to take your seats, please, I'd appreciate it very much. If everyone could please take their seats, we'll start our program. Good morning. Good morning. If I could ask everyone to please take their seats so we can start the program.
In order to do that, you got to shush them. Otherwise, you're not going to get.
Quiet, please. Good morning, everybody. Could I trouble you to please take your seats? The program's going to get started shortly. If you could please take your seats, we'd appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Everyone, good morning. If I could trouble you to please take your seats and quiet down, we'll start the program. Everyone, good morning. If I could ask you to please take your seats and quiet down, we can start our program. Come on down, there's plenty of seats. Please find your way to the seating area and join us. Good morning, everybody. Sit down. Everyone, please sit down. Thank you. Please join us. Please quiet down. We're going to start the program. There's lots of seats over here. Mr. Usery. Everybody, please take a seat. We've got some seats in the front. Please join us. Thank you. It's like my kids. Okay, we're going to get started. Good morning, everybody. If I could ask you to please quiet down, be happy to get started. Hello? Charity. Okay. There's plenty of seats here in the front. Please join us if you'd like. There's lots of great seats. We don't want you to miss a minute of the presentation. Just a couple minutes, we'll begin. There's some folks waiting in line for valet. We've been hoping to say those words for a long time around here. Plenty of seats here. Please join us. Feel free. Okay, terrific. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Danny Sampson, and I'm privileged to have served for over 20 years as the Chief Development Officer for Sterling Group, one of Detroit's premier real estate companies, headquartered in downtown Detroit since our inception almost 35 years ago. I'm honored to welcome each and every one of you today to the ribbon cutting and grand opening of our newest project, the Residences at Water Square. To begin, please be so kind as to give your attention to the video screens for a brief presentation.
So here's a look at downtown Detroit.
Now the arena that once graced Detroit's skyline, Joe Louis Arena, has played home to countless memorable events.
And then we anxiously anticipate what will be built there.
The new high-rise on the site of the Joe Louis.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On behalf of all of us at Sterling Group, we want to share our deepest thanks to those that assisted us in creating this 496-unit residential tower located alongside one of the country's most magnificent waterfronts and riverwalks. In 2017, the Joe Louis Arena was permanently closed after housing the Detroit Red Wings for over 30 years. In March of 2021, our company was blessed with the opportunity and did, in fact, purchase this beautiful site, breaking ground on the residences in February of 2022. Just a short 24 months later, our first residents will be moving in to their new homes officially as the doors open today on another wonderful addition to the Detroit skyline. We want to thank our esteemed architects and builders, Newman Smith, led by Joel Smith and his amazing team, and Colasanti, led by Chris Colasanti, Pat Wysocki, and Jason Heffelbauer, and their amazing team. A very special thank you to the over 1,000 members of the state's union workforce for their amazing efforts to complete this project on time and on budget in just over 24 months. Thank you. Also, thank you to the dedicated professionals at the City of Detroit and the County of Wayne, who are great partners at every step of the way. We would also like to extend our heartfelt thanks to ULO, who provided the financing for this project, led by CEO Brian Hale, from whom you will hear from in just a few minutes. Thank you also to the representatives from the ULO executive team, who are here with us today: Joe Linehan, Mike Norkus, Mary Huffman, Tanya DeVille, and Stuart Thrower. And a particular thank you to Herb Colbin, Senior Vice President and Chief Investment Officer, and Rob Shipp from ULO for encouraging this project and making sure it came to fruition. It is now my great honor and privilege to introduce the architect and visionary for the growth and development of our city for the last 12 years. without whom this project and many others would not have been possible. Mayor Duggan, we're thrilled to have you here, along with our esteemed members of Detroit City Council and our County Executive Warren Evans, to help us inaugurate this great event in our company's history and the city of Detroit and Wayne County. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Mayor Mike Duggan.
Well, for the first time in decades, we are witnessing the redrawing of the skyline of the city of Detroit. We saw it with the Torgo family and the Sterling Group in the building of the 20-story Huntington headquarters across from Comerica Park. We saw the redrawing of the skyline in Greektown with Barton Mallow in the 16-story Exchange building. We're about to see the redrawing of the skyline on Grand River with the University of Michigan building its new Center for Innovation, and today we're seeing it on the Detroit Riverfront. And I can tell you, you can see it not only from Canada, you can see this from Belle Isle. This is going to be a beautiful addition. And 25-story, 500-unit apartment building. This, to me, is personal. It tells you how far we've come from bankruptcy, because this parcel of land was given away to a creditor in bankruptcy in 2014. Our largest creditor, Fidjic, who we got out of about $1 billion in debt, part of the things the judge did was give them some land. And at the time, you had a soon-to-be-abandoned hockey arena on this site. And the city in 2014, the idea of building a new high-rise, you think about what you had here at the time, the David Whitney building sat empty. The David Stott building sat empty. The Book building sat empty. The train station sat empty. In 2014, nobody was thinking that this site is going to have any kind of short-term value. We did something the city didn't normally do. We promptly demolished the old building so it didn't sit there for decades and became ready. And then we watched the Roxbury Group restore the Whitney building. We watched Dan Gilbert restore the Book building and the David Stott building. We watched Bill Ford restore the train station, and still nothing was happening here until 5 years ago. And Fidjic's just not a bad company. They're lenders. They're not developers. They had no idea what to do with this property. But we had a company from Detroit that loved Detroit and saw the vision. And when the Torgo family and the Sterling Group proposed to take over this property and build on it, they had the complete support of my administration and the city council, because we knew their reputation, we knew the quality of what they could do. Although I got to tell you, I never thought I'd see a 25-story building built in under 2 years. I have no idea how they did it. But it was a remarkable accomplishment. And to everybody on the city team, our finance team, our legal team, our economic development team, I hope you're smiling today because you really changed the trajectory. But of course, we're not done changing the skyline, right? I expect shortly we'll change the skyline on Grand Boulevard with a 1 million square foot hospital building, the finest hospital in Michigan, built here for residents of the city of Detroit, and hopefully right next door, a 25-story convention hotel attached to the convention center, so we can join virtually every other major city in America and having a convention hotel that's actually attached to the center, which allows us to compete for many of the conventions that are passing us by. We're going to keep going. This apartment building is a high-end apartment building. It's for people who are paying a very large amount of rent. And the city that we want to build is a city where there is room for people of all incomes, that there should be residences for people of high incomes, and there needs to be residences for those of lower income. And it's an interesting thing, but this particular property got 0 tax breaks, not one. They built this without asking for any assistance. And so what you have seen happen for the last 10 years is that City Council and I have been in lockstep, that if you want to build market rate housing, you have a right to do it, and we will support you. But if you want tax abatements, you want incentives, you're going to have to set aside a portion of that for affordable housing. And I'm really proud of the fact that in the last 10 years between the mayor and the council, we have preserved or built 10,000 affordable housing units in this city. That is a vision that we share, that there's going to be a place in this city for everyone. Mary Sheffield, from her first day on council, has been an advocate to say that every time you want support from us, we want affordable housing, and anytime you want to build market rate housing on your own, we're going to support you on that too. We want everybody to be welcome. And she's a big part of the reason why you don't see homeless encampments in Detroit as you do in virtually every other city in the country, because we've had a 10-year plan to build and preserve those 10,000 units. And I know she's very proud of the role she played in getting it here today. So please welcome City Council President Mary Sheffield.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Such a historic day in the city of Detroit, and I want to again thank our mayor for all he is doing in our great city. Let's give him another round of applause. To be able to work hand in hand with him has been great. Today is a historic day, and it is truly an honor to be able to bring in such a remarkable addition to our beloved city, and as the mayor mentioned, our skyline. The Water Square really is a testament to our city's unwavering spirit of innovation, of progress, of determination, of resilience, and it reminds us of the bright future that is ahead here in the city of Detroit. This project represents the best for the best. I believe that our residents are the best, our city is the best, and you all are delivering the best for the best in Detroit. High quality design, service, and comfort, the first of its kind all-glass residential tower right here in the city of Detroit. And let us not forget that we have the best, voted #1 Riverwalk in the country. So this just adds to that. So it is only right that this iconic landmark will be cherished for generations to come. Let me thank the Sterling Group and Gary. At a time when people were leaving the city, at a time where people didn't believe in Detroit or didn't want to develop in our city, you all stayed here and you vested in this community. And for that, we appreciate you for your vision, for your foresight, and for contributing to the renaissance that we see taking place in our city. And so I just want to commend you all for sticking with Detroit, betting on Detroit, and making sure that you all just stay with the growth and revitalization that's happening in our city. I want to personally thank you all for collaborating with 2 Detroit artists to infuse an important part of Detroit culture within our development. I'm also excited about the partnerships with minority and Detroit-based businesses that will be included in the procurement of goods and services that are associated with the development post-construction. So I just want to say congratulations. I'm glad and honored to be a part of the vision. I know that this is one piece of a larger vision for this area that will bring vibrancy and connectivity to this area. But congratulations, job well done. And to all of the residents that will be here, we welcome you to your new home. Congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Hey. Thank you all so much for being here today. For folks who don't know me, my name is Gabriela Santiago Romero. I'm also known as Gabby, and I am your proud District 6 City Council member. And I welcome you all here to District 6, everyone. Welcome to the district. Hearing our mayor and my council presidents makes me happy to hear how aligned we are about this project and the vision of our city. While I am a strong advocate for supporting and investing in our neighborhoods, I am not ignorant to the importance of a strong downtown. And I recognize that this development adds to that strength through population growth, connectivity, and economic investments. Together, the city and its first floor community cafe will bring more to our skyline and continue to activate our #1 Riverwalk here, the Detroit Riverfront. As we continue to build and grow our city, it's important that we continue to ensure that it's accessible to everyone, as we heard from our mayor and council presidents. So today, as we celebrate these beautiful luxury apartments, we are also working to make sure that we are growing our access to quality, affordable, and mixed income housing. To that end, I want to congratulate the Sterling Group for completing this beautiful project. As a union city, thank you for hiring union. Thank you for hiring Detroiters. It's a model that I wish more folks would follow. It's needed. It would make our lives a lot easier as well. In closing, my team and I had the opportunity to tour the building last week to see the rooms and the incredible amenities. I know that those moving in and future tenants will be very happy here. To all of them, I say welcome to Detroit and welcome to the district. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd also like to make sure and acknowledge City Council Member Waters, who is here with us today. Thank you to all. Forgive me. Forgive me. Councilmember Johnson as well is here. Thank you very much, Councilmember. Thank you. Thank you to all our city council members and for all that you do for this great city every day. We're very appreciative, and we appreciate you making the time to be here today. We know you've got to get back to the table shortly. We're going to keep moving. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been tremendously blessed in our county to be led by an outstanding county executive, Warren Evans. He is a champion for every citizen of Wayne County and for everyone who is working to enhance the city of Detroit and beyond. It is my great pleasure to introduce the Honorable Wayne County Executive Warren Evans.
There's really not an awful lot to be said that hasn't been said so far, but let me echo, along with everybody else, the importance of the Sterling Group and its projects in this city and this county. Goes a little farther outside of Detroit. Sterling Group has done great work in the county, and their foresight about what's needed is really great, whether it's work at the airport, whether it's housing on Huntington Place. They don't pick just projects, but they pick projects that fit what the city would like to do, what the county would like to look like, and where we'd like to be in the future. And so I'm really excited about it, and I can tell with all of the city council people here and the mayor here, it says something about Gary Torgo and the Sterling Group in terms of its connectivity with the city, and it's very, very, very important. And now we got another councilman. So, again, I think, I wish I could afford to live here, but one day when I get paid, I will. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you wouldn't have even thought of a high-end development on this site. You wouldn't have thought about it in the city. It has a hell of a tribute to what the mayor and council have done over the last 10 years, and it has an awful lot to do with the Sterling Group's commitment to fitting in there. Not every development works well with government. Some do, but many don't. That is not a problem with the Sterling Group. They have always been a part of the community, both from the business side and the social side. And so, Sterling Group, I'm just happy to be here. I hope to continue to do business with you on the county level, and things are getting an awful lot better, and we all know it, and we all feel it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. County Executive. Welcome to Councilmember Durhal as well. Thank you for joining us today. For we as a company, partnering with the great unions and union members of our state has always been a very high priority. The gleaming residences at Waters Square would not have been possible without the dedication of each and every worker from our Michigan union family. ULO, America's most dedicated union financial institution, led by CEO Brian Hale, and their incredible team has made this project possible. We also fondly remember the late CEO Ed Smith, who was instrumental in approving and encouraging the residences at Waters Square. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to welcome the CEO of ULO, Mr. Brian Hale.
Well, we have a beautiful day because of beautiful sunshine, beautiful city, in a gorgeous venue. So ULO is so proud to be here together with you today. ULO, through our J for Jobs account, is proud to be part of the financing of the residences at Water Square development. We actually came here before about a year ago for a worker appreciation event. I wasn't able to attend, but as was mentioned, our CEO was able to be here, and he came back telling me just how wonderful this project is. And unfortunately, we lost our CEO, Ed Smith, earlier this year, so ULO's got a little bit of a hole in their heart, but I'm so proud to be here today because one of his last trips was coming to this venue and appreciating all the work that goes into where we've come full circle today. I'd like to congratulate the Sterling Group on this beautiful development. Herb Colbin, who leads our J for Jobs portfolio, and Rob Shipp, who is our regional vice president responsible for the relationship, both speak highly of the partnership with the Sterling Group, and I've enjoyed getting to meet you today. I'd also like to thank the general contractor, Colasante, for just a job well done. This place is gorgeous, it's beautiful, and we're so glad to be here with you. And lastly, I want to thank the union workforce who have been recognized multiple times today. I want to thank the union workforce who built this structure. Not only did you build it with your hands and with your tools, you built it with your capital through ULO. And I think that's a very unique partnership that we see in skylines in major cities across the country that isn't celebrated enough. And here in Detroit, we're celebrating it today. We reinvest in communities like Detroit, we all win. Putting union members to work and creating family-supporting middle-class jobs locally, that's the story. A huge thank you to the building trades and all the union leaders that are partnering with us who are here today. I think as I close, I'll say at ULO, we're a labor-owned financial services company. We strive every day to provide and create value for our shareholders. But I think the difference is we also strive to create value for all stakeholders. The Sterling Group, Colasante, the workforce, the community, the city of Detroit, all benefit from this collaboration, and we're so proud to be part of it with all the public officials who are here today. Congratulations to everyone that participated, and thank you so much for allowing ULO to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
As we conclude the program, and we invite you to enjoy self-guided tours of our new project, including smoothies at the second floor swimming pool, for real. We also want to call attention to our local Detroit artists, Dino Edith Valdez and Eric El Capi Lowry, who are here with us today, and whose beautiful original works adorn the lobby walls of the residences. Also, thank you to Charity Dean and her Cafe Rosa for providing today's beautiful refreshments. We appreciate you being here. We are also pleased to provide you, as you leave the event, with a small token of our gratitude for being here with us today. The item that you will receive was produced by Pingree Detroit and was handmade by veterans and Detroiters. As we always say at Sterling Group, it's not just one project, one company, or one leader. It takes everyone pulling together to make a city thrive and a city great. We thank all of you in this room today who are doing just that. At this time, I would like to ask the mayor, county executive, and our esteemed city council members to join us for a symbolic ribbon cutting for the grand opening of the residences at Water Square on this 6th day of February, 2024. Thank you.
One, two,